The disrespect thrown at Jalen Brunson while mainstream media is outrageous. In particular, Becky Hammon and Candace Parker. It's bad enough we have men in the media with their upside-down takes. Now we have former WNBA players and coaches who are supposed to be astute minds about the game. But this is not yesteryear. The people have a voice. This is In Your Face Hoops, and we're about to set the record straight, fam. First, we're going to launch on these two idiotic takes by Becky and Candace, and then we're going to discuss why Jalen Brunson is undeniably the New York Knicks' best point guard in half a century. If you're sick of the mainstream narratives and the BS they continually throw at us, jump in the comments, fam, and tell me how you feel about it. Good, bad, or ugly, this is In Your Face Hoops, not one of those cotton candy, kiss the babies channels. Facts. But before we fire these cannons, family, do me a favor if you're enjoying the video. Hit the like button for me. I'm a cannabis consumer, and sometimes I forget to like videos that I actually really like. If I do it, I know you do it too. It just takes a second, less time than this sentence. If you did it, I truly appreciate you, fam. It really helps the channel grow, and it lets me know you dig the content. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Now, first, I was going to give you the backstory of all of this. But you know what? I want to test your basketball IQ. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? Remember that show? I want you to listen to the comments with your own ears. And if you agree with their analysis after you hear my commentary, I would love to know why. Maybe you could teach me something and touch on a perspective that makes sense. Oh, by the way, make sure you stick around. I have a crazy story to share about this whole drama and how we got here in the first place. The first clip, though, is Becky Hammon, former WNBA player, now head coach in the WNBA.
If your best player is small, you're not winning. John Stockton, Allen Iverson, Steve Nash, you could go down the list. Steph Curry is the only.
But he's not that small. He's not that small. He's like 6'3".
But also, though, I mean, he's the greatest shooter to ever walk the planet. He's in an outlier class.
Okay.
She is right. History says she is right.
Okay, but
Did you hear the Cookie Monster in the back? She's right. She's right. She's absolutely right. History says so. Oh my God, another bozo. You know, it's never just what you say. It's how you say it, fam. See, not all human beings are slow and out of touch. Some of us pick up cues based on voice tone and body. People are not dumb. However, these mainstream people are very, very slick. They'll raise their hand looking as if they're going to attack you. Then later, after beat the hell out of them, they'll tell the judge, "Bo, I was just raising my hand to scratch my head." See the trickery and the buffoonery? Becky Hammon said, if your best player is small, you won't win. Then she proceeded to name John Stockton, Allen Iverson, and put Steph as an outlier. First, John Stockton wasn't the best player on his team. Karl Malone was. Major screw up right there. They lost twice to Jordan. So did everybody else. That was a dumb example. Iverson had to deal with Kobe and Shaq. Okay? Hello? It's the end of that conversation. Brunson is listed at 6'2". She basically told every player in the world with 6'2" and under that you can't be the best player on a team and lead them to the championships, at least in the NBA. We can say that the other way too, because I know of not one, but two players who are on the same team, 6'9" and 6'11", who happen to be two of the top players in NBA history, and they can't win shit in LA except a bubble chip and in-season tournaments. So what is she talking about, Phil? Isn't it interesting? Becky named all the guys who didn't win, but what about the ones who did, fam? The original Dandara, Isaiah Thomas, who won 2 chips as his team's best player. Jalen Brunson wears his number, by the way, just for context. Another player who also played for Detroit and won a chip. Remember when they beat Kobe? Chauncey Billups, Mr. Big Shot. Now, I will concede, statistically, no, you're not going to win with a little guard as your best player predominantly. The numbers say so, okay? But it's not impossible. And if you believe you can't win a championship in today's game with Jalen Brunson, then either you're delusional or you're just talking shit and you're not really watching the game like a true professional. Look at the 3 players on the blind reveal on your screen. These are the stats from 3 point guards in the league this season. Every GM in the league is giving up their firstborn for one of these guys. Trust me. But now, I want you to put your GM hat on. You have to take one of these players. Who you got, fam? Player A, player B, player C. We're gonna do Final Jeopardy. You got 30 seconds. Time's up. Who did you choose? While all 3 of these players' stats are amazing, coming from the point guard position, I'm choosing player B for one reason. It's hard to shoot 48% from the field as a guard, fan. Okay, let's find out who these guys are. Look who's right in the middle of the greatest shooter on earth and one of the clutchest shooters ever. Right, Jalen Brunson. By the way, Jalen is 27. I'm definitely taking Jalen Brunson. Not only are the Knicks winning, they're blowing teams out, fam. For his lack of size, Jalen has all the intangibles you want at the point guard spot. Check who leads the league in charges taken. When all hell breaks loose in tight games, who's the steady hand to get the job done? And he does it all in the flow of the offense. Look how Jalen is built. He may not be cut, but he's strong as hell. I've seen him take charges from 7-foot Godzillas and get right back up like nothing. Are those other guards his size doing that? Who's doing that, Steph? Maybe. But Dame? No. Come on. Look at his numbers. But even better, look at the Knicks bracket. They're top 4 in the conference currently. Watch how this team is playing. Becky and Hammon, for somebody with such a storied career, you sound dumb as rocks. The Knicks have been in purgatory for so long. The fan base is not checking for you with that. Dig through the annals of Knicks history. What point guard has averaged more than Brunson? So efficient? None. By the way, take a look at Isaiah Thomas's status. The guy who won 2 rings with Detroit. Exactly. But New York can't win one with Jalen Brunson as their best player? Again, Becky Hammon, you sound dumb. Now enter the building, Candace Parker. See, social media went scorched earth on Becky, so Candace decided she wanted to join the party. Here's what she had to say.
We've seen Jalen Brunson in the playoffs with the Mavs, and he was number 2, number 3, came in, played minutes, supplemented Luka handling the ball. But as a number 1 option last year in the playoffs, great first round, second round, not so much. So I'm in agreement with her. I do think that also we're talking about offensively, but defensively as well. If we look at what the Warriors had to do with Steph Curry in their runs, defensively, they had to have other top defenders.
Another dumb as rocks take. Facts. First, she said Brunson got worse in the playoffs from the first round going into the second round. Take a look at Jalen's numbers. He went from 24 points to 31 points, 5 assists to 6 assists, 4 rebounds to almost 6 rebounds. What talking about, Candace? flapping your gums like a bird and going nowhere quickly. And then she brought up defense. Jalen Brunson is like a Wolverine, undersized, but the Predators don't fool with him because they know he will fight to the death. Jalen Brunson and his undersized self is the only mofo to jump in front of 7-footers taking charges. Who else his size is doing that? Who's playing defense like that? He's top 3 in the league. You see, this is a great example of how mainstream media can influence and perpetuate the wrong narratives. Facts. They even come out your face and release these Norris truths as foul. By the way, as of this recording, Jalen Brunson just got named as an All-Star and dropped 40 on Indiana. The Knicks are now 3rd in the East, fam. Remember I said I had a story to share? Well, here's the thing. I was one of those people who was disappointed in the acquisition of Jalen Brunson. Wanted not to mention, real talk. I was completely wrong. I did a video and called it a trash signing. Boy, do I feel like an idiot. Mr. Brunson, I apologize. Jalen may turn out to be the greatest point guard in Knicks history, fam. The grit, the toughness, the never say die attitude. This is why New York loves him. Jalen is a winner. Nobody gave him anything. He got it out hard. Middle finger to the naysayers. And Jalen, we trust. But fam, I want to hear from you. What do you think of Becky and Candace's comments? What do you think of Jalen Brunson? Can the Knicks win a chip with him as their best player? What do you think about the points made in this video? Get in the comments and let's chop it up and let's get to know each other, fam. Don't forget to like and subscribe and be one of the pillars in the In Your Face Hoops Nation. Check out the channel for more content. Till the next video, be safe and God bless.